Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ways to Learn English. I'm Alex,
And I'm Maya,
and today we're doing something a little different,
which usually means you're about to make my life harder.
only in a meaningful, educational way.
That sounds suspicious already.
Today's lesson is about real-life small talk in English. Not just phrases, not just lists, not just, here are 6 questions, good luck out there.
A tragic teaching method.
A very common one, but today we want something more useful. We want to hear what small talk sounds like in real situations.
So this is less memorize these lines and more see how it actually works.
Exactly. Because a lot of learners understand small talk as an idea, but when it happens in real life, it still feels confusing.
Yes, because the real version moves fast.
It does. People react quickly. They speak casually. They change direction. They don't always answer in full sentences, and they definitely do not sound like a textbook from 2009.
That is very rude of them.
Completely inconsiderate.
So what are we doing in this episode?
We're going through real-life small talk scenes. We'll hear a short scene. Then we'll break down what makes it work. Then we'll hear a smoother replay version when useful.
Good, because I think that's the part people need most. Not just the dialogue, but the explanation of why it feels natural.
Exactly. And the goal here is not to make listeners sound impressive.
The goal is to make them sound normal.
Beautifully normal.
A dream for many of us.
A very realistic dream.
And where are these scenes happening?
Places where small talk actually lives. A cafe. Work. A waiting line. A class or casual event. And some everyday in-between moments where conversation happens because two humans are standing near each other and nobody wants to become emotionally involved with a wall.
That is one of the darkest but most accurate descriptions of small talk I've ever heard.
Thank you.
So before we start, what should listeners remember?
One very important thing. Real-life small talk is usually lighter and smaller than learners expect.
That's true.
People often imagine they need something clever. But most real small talk is built on a simple opener, a natural reaction, 1 or 2 follow-ups, and a comfortable exit.
So not genius, just flow.
Exactly. Flow, not genius.
That's a very calming sentence.
Good. Then let's begin with one of the most classic small talk locations in human history.
A cafe.
Of course. Because coffee and awkwardness have supported each other for years.
That is absolutely true.
Let's imagine this situation. You're waiting for your drink. The place is busy. You and another person are standing near the counter.
Already uncomfortable.
Only because you made it uncomfortable in your mind.
That's fair.
Let's hear the first scene. Wow, it's really busy today.
Seriously, I feel like half the city is here.
Yeah, everyone had the same idea.
Coffee first, life later.
Honestly, that should be on a sign somewhere.
It probably is in at least 3 cafes already.
True. Do you come here often?
Sometimes I like it here.
Yeah, the atmosphere's nice.
And the coffee's actually good, which helps.
That always feels like an important detail.
A very underrated one.
Okay, that's our first scene.
And I already like it because it sounds real. It doesn't sound too perfect.
Exactly, that's important. Real small talk usually sounds relaxed, not polished.
Can we break down why this one works?
Absolutely. First, the opener is easy and situation-based. Wow, it's really busy today.
So the speaker is using the environment?
Yes, that's one of the safest ways to start small talk. You don't need a brilliant idea. You just need something true and visible.
And it also feels low pressure.
Exactly. Because the other person can respond easily. They don't need to reveal personal information immediately. They can just agree.
Which Maya does very generously.
Very generously. Then notice something else. The conversation does not jump straight into personal questions.
Right. There's a tiny bit of shared reaction first.
Exactly. Yeah, everyone had the same idea. Then, coffee first, life later.
That line is funny, but still natural.
That's the sweet spot. A little personality helps, but not too much. You don't want to sound like you arrived with prepared material.
Please never do stand-up comedy while waiting for a latte.
A good social rule.
So then the personal question comes later. Do you come here often?
Yes. And that works because the conversation already has a little comfort in it.
So we're not opening with, hello, stranger, explain your life.
Exactly. We're moving from shared environment to light personal detail.
That's a really useful pattern.
It is. And notice the answer. Sometimes. I like it here.
Short, but enough.
Exactly. And then instead of forcing a big follow-up, Alex just says, yeah, the atmosphere's nice.
So again, not every line is a question.
Correct. That's one of the reasons it feels natural. Comment. Reaction. Agreement. Then maybe another question.
Can we hear a version that sounds less natural?
Absolutely. Because humans love pain and contrast helps. Hello. This cafe appears to be crowded today.
Yes, that is correct.
Do you consume beverages here frequently?
Sometimes.
What is your opinion of the coffee quality?
It is acceptable. That sounds like two mildly concerned robots.
Exactly. Technically understandable. Socially terrible.
The problem is not grammar. The problem is tone.
Exactly. It's too stiff. Too formal. Too controlled. And real small talk is usually softer than that.
So what are the real lessons from cafe small talk?
3 things. Start with the situation. React naturally. And don't rush the personal questions.
That already feels very usable.
Good. Now let's stay in the cafe for one more moment, but change the energy slightly.
Dangerous.
Only mildly.
Is this seat taken?
No. Go ahead.
Thanks, this place fills up so fast.
It really does. You almost need a strategy just to find a chair.
Exactly, I got lucky.
Same here. Are you working or just hiding from the outside world for a while?
A little of both, honestly.
That feels like the correct answer.
Yeah, I've got my laptop open, but I'm not promising anything productive.
That's a very honest cafe mood.
Thank you.
Now this one is nice for a different reason.
Because it's slightly more personal?
Yes, but still light. The opener is practical. Is this seat taken?
Very normal, very useful.
Then the small talk grows from the immediate situation. This place fills up so fast.
So again, we start with what's happening now.
Exactly. That's one of the easiest real-life strategies in English. Use what's already there.
And then I like the line, are you working or just hiding from the outside world for a while?
Yes, because it's a question with personality. Not too formal, not too intense.
And it gives me an easy answer.
Exactly. It also gives you options. That can be very helpful in small talk.
Because open questions are good, but sometimes option questions are easier.
Very true. Are you working or just relaxing? Are you from here or just visiting? Busy in a good way or a stressful way? These can feel easier to answer than a huge open question.
Can we hear this scene one more time as a replay?
Yes, because repetition is useful, and apparently that is why we are here.
Is this seat taken?
No, go ahead.
Thanks, this place fills up so fast.
It really does. You almost need a strategy just to find a chair.
Exactly, I got lucky.
Same here. Are you working or just hiding from the outside world for a while?
A little of both, honestly.
That feels like the correct answer.
Yeah, I've got my laptop open, but I'm not promising anything productive.
Very relatable.
That replay does help. The rhythm becomes clearer the second time.
Exactly. And that rhythm matters. Statement, reaction, light joke, easy question, natural answer, short comment.
It's like a soft pattern.
Yes. A soft pattern is the perfect phrase.
Thank you, I try to be useful occasionally.
That's my job. And now we move to another classic location for small talk.
Work?
Work.
A place where people are tired, busy, and somehow still expected to sound socially functional.
One of humanity's stranger traditions.
Very strange.
Now, work small talk has a different energy from cafe small talk.
Because it's more practical?
Yes, usually shorter, a little more direct, and often connected to the day, meetings, workload, or weekend plans.
So not the place for a dramatic personal monologue.
Generally not, no. Listen to this. Hey, how's your day going so far?
Pretty good, just a little rushed.
Yeah, same. It's one of those mornings.
Definitely.
Are you in meetings all day?
A couple this morning, one later this afternoon.
That's not too bad.
Could be worse.
That should be the official slogan of work.
Honestly, yes.
Okay. Very normal work small talk.
And again, very believable.
Exactly. Now let's look at why. First, the opener. How's your day going so far?
Very common.
Yes. Especially at work. It's safe, easy, and natural.
Then the answer is short. Pretty good, just a little rushed.
Right. And the response is not another immediate question. It's, yeah, same. It's one of those mornings.
Shared feeling.
Exactly. That's one of the easiest ways to make small talk sound real.
Because you're not just asking, you're joining.
Beautifully said. You're joining.
Then the next question is still connected. Are you in meetings all day?
Right. That's what work small talk often does well. It stays near the context.
So instead of suddenly asking what someone's favorite season is, we stay in the world of the day.
Exactly. The meeting world. The tired world. The I need coffee and a miracle world.
A very professional atmosphere.
Very.
Can we hear a less natural work version too?
Of course. Greetings. How is your professional schedule progressing?
It is moderately demanding.
Do you have numerous formal appointments today?
Yes, several.
I hope your obligations are satisfactory.
Thank you. That sounds like two people trapped in a company training video.
Exactly. And nobody deserves that.
So what should listeners learn from work small talk?
Keep it simple. Stay near the day. Use short reactions. And don't sound like you're applying for a promotion in every sentence.
Excellent advice.
Thank you.
What if the other person is not very talkative?
Great question. That happens a lot at work because sometimes people are busy, stressed, or just not in the mood to perform socially before 10 a.m.
Very understandable.
So let's do a quick version of that. Busy morning?
A little.
Yeah, I think everyone's moving fast today.
Definitely.
Are you at least through the worst of it?
Hopefully.
That's the right attitude.
That one is useful because I'm not giving much.
Exactly. And the conversation still works. Because Alex doesn't panic. He keeps it light, adds a comment, and gently reopens the topic.
So if someone is brief, I don't need to treat it like a disaster.
Correct. Some conversations are just smaller. That's okay.
That is very comforting.
Good. Because small talk becomes much easier when you stop expecting every exchange to become a life-changing scene from a movie.
That would be a very tiring standard.
Extremely tiring.
Okay, where are we going next?
A waiting line.
One of the natural homes of awkward eye contact.
Exactly. Waiting lines are perfect for small talk because both people are trapped by time in a socially acceptable way.
Wonderful.
And the topic is usually obvious. The line, the delay, the place, the event, the weather, or whatever shared suffering is happening.
Shared suffering really does help people bond.
One of humanity's most efficient systems.
This line is moving so slowly.
It really is. I think we've all aged a little since we got here.
Honestly, yes.
At this point, getting to the front feels like a personal achievement.
It really does.
Do you think it's always like this here?
I'm not sure. I haven't been here before.
Ah, okay. Same here.
That scene is very simple.
Yes. And that's exactly why it works. Waiting line small talk is usually small, even by small talk standards.
Because it's temporary.
Exactly. This is not usually the place for a long, meaningful conversation. It's more like a short social bridge.
Something to make the moment less awkward or less boring.
Exactly.
So what are the useful parts here?
First, the opener comes from the obvious shared situation. This line is moving so slowly.
Very easy.
Second, the reply adds a little humor. I think we've all aged a little since we got here.
Slight exaggeration. Very human.
Exactly. That kind of light exaggeration can make small talk feel warmer.
But only a little, right?
Exactly. You don't need to sound like you're performing. Just a touch of humor is enough.
Then the question is, do you think it's always like this here?
Yes. That's a very natural line because it stays connected to the current shared experience.
And it's easy to answer.
Exactly.
Can we hear a different waiting line example? Maybe one that's a little friendlier?
Absolutely. I always forget how long lines get here.
Same. I thought coming early would help.
That was a very optimistic plan.
Clearly.
At least the weather's decent.
True. It would feel much worse if it were raining.
That's a good point.
This one feels softer.
Yes. And notice something important. The topic shifts naturally.
From the line to the weather.
Exactly. That's a small topic bridge. Very normal in real-life conversation.
So people can see how one simple topic grows into another nearby topic.
Exactly. Not a random jump, just a nearby step.
That's such a big part of natural English.
It really is.
Can I say something?
Please.
These scenes are helping because they show that real small talk is often much less creative than learners think.
Yes. That's one of the biggest lessons in this whole episode.
You don't need to invent amazing topics.
Exactly. Most of the time, the topic is already there.
The place, the line, the day, the meeting, the coffee.
Yes. Small talk is often just noticing the obvious without sounding dead inside.
A surprisingly advanced skill.
A very human one.
So what have we covered so far?
We've done cafe small talk, work small talk, and waiting line small talk.
And all of them have their own rhythm.
Exactly. Cafe small talk can be a little warmer and a little more playful. Work small talk is often shorter and more practical. Waiting line small talk is usually lighter and more temporary.
That's really helpful because it reminds people that small talk changes depending on the setting.
Yes, and that's one reason memorized lines don't always work perfectly. Context matters.
So in the next part, are we doing more scenes?
Definitely. We still need class or event small talk, neighbor-style casual small talk, and some slightly more social examples where the conversation has a little more room to grow.
Good, because those are the ones where I start overthinking everything.
Naturally.
Rude.
Accurate.
Fair.
So before we stop here, let's pull out the biggest lessons from part 1.
Lesson 1. In real life, small talk is usually built from the situation you're already in.
Exactly. Use what's visible, shared, and easy.
Lesson 2. You do not need every line to be a question.
Very important. Comments and reactions make the conversation feel natural.
Lesson 3. The best small talk often sounds relaxed, not impressive.
Yes. Real beats polished.
Lesson 4. Different settings create different styles of small talk.
Exactly. Cafe, work, line, class, event, neighbor, all slightly different.
And Lesson 5. Short conversations are still successful conversations.
Perfect. That one matters a lot.
Because I think many learners still feel like a conversation failed if it didn't become long.
Exactly. But real life is full of short, successful conversations.
And honestly, that makes small talk feel much less scary.
Good. That is exactly the point.
Because this episode already feels less like, say this perfect line, and more like, notice the moment and work with it.
Yes. And that's much closer to how real English works.
So in the next part, we'll keep going with more situations and maybe slightly longer mini-scenes.
Exactly. More real-life contexts, more breakdowns, and more replay-style learning so listeners can hear the natural rhythm again.
Very nice.
And hopefully much more useful than memorizing 10 strange textbook conversations about strangers discussing the weather, like diplomats.
A terrible but very real genre.
One of the worst.
All right, everyone, we'll continue in the next part.
See you in the next episode, and feel free to listen to our earlier episodes too.